But let me tell you this real quick story. Like when I came back, I didn't know what the fuck had happened. Like I had such a like a eye opening, experience or whatever. So I called JB and meanwhile, like I traveled with a bunch of guys. And all the guys who was their first time going, all of us were struggling when we got back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cats don't want to go to work. Cats don't want to live in America no more. It's like this whole like awakening.
It's deep to hear y'all talk about it. Go ahead. I mean,
Nah, it's cool. I was just gonna say, man, I was supposed to be going to a meeting. I called JP. I said, bro, something wrong, man. I felt it when I got back on the plane to come to America. I was getting emotional and depressed. I didn't know what was going on with me, man. I sat in the driveway. He was like, man, I was headed to a meeting. He was like, bro, you think you missed your meeting? Me and him probably sounded like hour and a half, 2 hours. And I'm in the driveway at the crib. I ain't even went in the house, man. And I'm fucking crying the whole time. I tell my brother, he's like, hey, don't feel ashamed. And he said, man, at least you made it here. And I'm like, what? And he started telling me his story. And then I'm listening to the group message and Cats is on there like, man, is it natural to be crying when you come back?
The group messages.
Like, it was like the strangest thing, man. It was like to be embraced. And I never been anywhere where being a black man was actually a benefit. A black American on top of it. A black American.
Made you feel completely different than any female ever made you feel.
Yeah, let me add the culture. So we're there, and he'll tell you this. Even the Caucasian males from America, they want us to move in their private communities. They can't operate properly without black men in foreign countries. You got African dudes and Haitian dudes and dudes from other parts that look like us trying to be us so they get the same love.
It's a different experience because like if you run into white dudes over there, like we run into white dudes and they like, oh, where you from, bro? Like they instantly want to be cool because he's right, especially when you get away from the resorts and stuff and you get and I'm gonna say it like this. It ain't when you say I think it's white Westerners because Russians are different.
Russians are different.
Russians in like some parts of the world they gangster. You know what I'm saying?
Different Caucasian. They different.
Yeah, but our like white guys from the States and from Canada and stuff like that, they're like, can we roll with y'all? Because it is. It's like, it's a lot of alphas running around out there. You go to a club and stuff. Yeah, they don't give a damn about, like if these dudes is from. If they're over there and I don't care if they're Jamaicans, I don't care if they're Haitian, I don't care, they're not necessarily gonna be, they're not like guys that like scare easy, but black Americans, we don't either. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of like fit in a little bit outside of the resort and areas. A lot of people wouldn't go to some of these areas. And I'm not saying we can go over there and huff and puff and stick our chest out, but we generally are respected and their cultures look up to our cultures. So they not looking at us like, where the fuck y'all going? Like Latins is like, oh, what's up, homie? Like, we like one.
Your whole fit you got on, they'll be asking for. Real basic stuff right now.
Yeah. Oh, cause that, your hat, you got flavor, you got, you know what I'm saying?
So is there a place outside of the United States where women can go and have the same experience?
No.
Doesn't work like that.
No.
Not that I know of. Like I tell my female friends that are like, well, I'm gonna go over there. I'm like, no, you can't. Like it's not like,
And that's a deep piece right there, right? Because the whole thing is that American culture makes the male feel devalued.
Yes.
And it doesn't happen like that anywhere else in the world.
It does not.
And so women, they run out to the other countries, and the men are like, go on with that shit.
Right. So it's like, this is what I always tell. This is what I tell the chicks over there. Like, yo, man, you talk to one of these Latin cats like that, man, they will smack the shit out of you. They will smack fire out. I wish a motherfucker would. I was like, you would just end up in a fucking field somewhere. You need to stop talking like that. Like, you're not in America. Once your ass come out of that bubble, don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a different world. So we step out of the bubble, and Americans, you see them in these touristy spots. They don't know they outside of the bubble. If you go to a third world country or a developing nation or something, that's generally probably why they don't frequent there, unless they, have friends or families.